My Life as Sports by Catherine Rodriguez. Why sports, you may ask? 3 main reasons. 1. It has made me into the person I am today. 2. It has created an incredible bond between my mother and I. 3. It has allowed me to gain confidence, inspiration, and best of all, friendships. 3 of my best friends also play sports, and I would have never met them if it wasn't for the sports I played with them, and also just overall talking about pro sports and college sports with them. The beginning of it all. Of course, my mom was really excited to have another daughter in her family, so she decided to put me in ballet and cheer. Ballet came first, of course. She loved me in a tutu and a flower crown. I honestly do remember my first recital. However, I remember it being very difficult for me to always keep my toes pointed and being also in tap dance, so I decided to leave it real early. I decided to do cheer because I wanted to follow my sister's footsteps. I always wanted to copy her, and after watching her do All-Stars, I fell in love with the idea of tumbling and also doing high kicks. Tumbling was also an escape for me because I was able to compete with my teammates. So not only were we best friends, but we also were competitors, and we gained experience by competing against each other, and also knowledge about how to jump higher and also be able to expand our horizon in trying new things. After my dance life, I decided to become a little tomboy and try out for softball. I kind of began softball mostly because of my dad, because he played baseball back when he was around 10 years old, and I decided to play 4 seasons of it, and I actually fell in love with it. I decided to try out for third base and outfield, which was really great for me because my dad taught me how to have a great arm and taught me how to play catch in the most difficult ways, so it definitely helped me a lot and gave me a lot of experience. Sadly, after I had surgery on my right hand, which was my throwing arm, it was very difficult to get back into the sport. I felt as if I was kind of 2 years behind everyone else, so I decided to drop out of travel ball and just continue on with a different sport. After my softball life, I decided to try new sports in high school. Volleyball and water polo were my main 2 sports in high school. Even though I started playing volleyball in 7th grade, I didn't really take it serious until going into my freshman year of high school. While I play club, there's 3 different teams for each level. While in volleyball, high school, it's definitely way more competitive because each level only has 1 team. So it definitely made me work harder and also try to be my best with my teammates to create a better experience and also gain wins throughout the season. However, I made varsity water polo first, so I decided to quit volleyball. Till this day, it is my biggest regret. Volleyball was my favorite sport out of all the sports I've ever tried out for. However, I can say that I was really happy to become varsity as a sophomore in water polo. After all, my first time ever being on a water polo team was my freshman year. I fell in love with the sport because it not only gave me confidence, but also gave me strength to be a better player. I always was kind of the shorter one of the team, or the one who was too shy to speak up for herself, and water polo definitely gave me the strength to stand up. And I truly have to be grateful for my teammates because they gave me the courage to never back down. I also had to quit this sport because of one of my disabilities that I was born with, which causes my shoulder blades to rub against each other. So while I was swimming, it gave me excruciating pain, so that discontinued my water polo experience. These are 2 photos from my high school teams. On the left, it's my volleyball. We actually won the tournament that weekend. It was very difficult. We ended up going to 3 games, which lasted forever, it felt like. And then to the right is a water polo picture, and this is my favorite time of water polo, is playing defense. And as you can see, it's a pretty great action shot and probably the best one I got throughout my whole 3 years in water polo. After high school life, I attended University of Laverne and started my college life in sports. the only sport I play in college is the cheerleading squad, and I actually tried out my sophomore year because my freshman year I actually was very shy and did not have any great friends. It was very hard for me to step out of my box and introduce myself to other people, so I made sure that if I were to get myself out there, I need to start with a cheer squad because right off the bat I'll gain friends, and I gained 8 amazing teammates and friendships. Till this day, I have to say cheerleading is a great aspect and sport to have in life because then you're able to say that you cheer on other athletes, and being an athlete makes it memorable as a college experience because you could say that you weren't only depending on yourself but on others, and that is always a great asset to have being a team member. So I'm really grateful to be on the cheer squad, and I hope that I'm able to continue on all the way to my senior year of college. And overall, I hope my life of sports does continue on to grow every day.